Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop of positivity. How is everybody here? It's a lovely balmy 90 degrees out, and I came across one of my favorite decks this morning again, my gorgeous dragon deck. So I just wanted to ask a couple questions of the universe, because I feel like now August really is the month for let's really slow everything down and look at life through the lens of relaxation, sunshine, just slowing everything down, not jumping out of bed feeling like, oh, we have to cook, clean, do all of these things. Like, let me sit there and really kind of dream and wonder about all the possibilities of the day and how I can calmly assess where, if I do have appointments, how I can meet them, make them, and get things in order, right? But maintain that sense of like, laissez-faire. When I get there, I'll get there kind of attitude. Because I feel like this time where a lot of people feel like they're at a standstill or they're not pushing forward quickly, they feel like they're going backwards, but they're actually just being able to reset, reassess, and like renegotiate how they want to spend their time, because they're realizing, wow, I really spin my wheels some days. I really just get up and go, and I don't even know where I'm going to or why I'm going in that direction. That kind of auto reset where we're just habitual and we do the same things. This time you're saying no thank you. Like, listen, I really want to squeeze the juice out of the end of this summer and really have an enhanced day by taking things slowly. So that's this culmination, completion, and renewal. Our end of the day is a culmination of our actions that we have done throughout the day, right? Do you feel restful and happy and just pleased with the direction your day went and your attitude towards things, because you weren't pushing or racing or at a pace where you felt like it was hectic, right? I don't like hectic energy. I don't like back-to-back appointments or obligations or things like that. So I like to spread things out. For instance, every 3 months, I need to go back to the doctors for blood tests for my thyroid, and I just don't like appointments. I don't like having to be anywhere early in the morning, and usually that's when the appointments are made for whatever reason. And I always ask myself, it's like, what happens when you go? Every single time you love both the doctor and his wife, you have a good time, you're never inconvenienced, they set up the appointment, so you pretty much walk right in. So it's with ease. So when I realize that I make good choices, then they start to domino into the next good choice. Like, I need to do this to look after my health. I should eat this to look after my health. I should connect with this person. They're high vibrational. And all these little activities will culminate in a feeling and a kind of an emotional state of the day. So what are you allowing in, and also what are you bringing in and asking for as well, right? Do you go down the labyrinth and black hole of social media for hours and hours and you don't feel satisfied, yet you have all these tiny parcels and part pictures and ideas in your head? I find going on Instagram where I just scroll, it creates almost an anxiety for me, because I don't get a full picture. I just get like people dancing, people doing this, offers, all of these things. So unless I'm under a particular portion, which is say tarot or artists or music or something like that that's fulfilling and I can relax, scrolling doesn't help me. So I've realized through kind of like gaining a wider vista on how I spend my time, what helps me, what makes me feel good, and what doesn't, and when I also feel like I might be wasteful with time. Now, I love this legacy and persistence. To me, legacy is what we're creating and we leave behind in our kind of name, our gifts, our creations, things like that. So ask yourself today, like, if you were to just disappear, you were going to Bermuda Triangle and you were gone for years, what would people have access to you about you? Like, what are you leaving behind? Do you create certain pieces of jewelry? Have you written books? Do you have videos or things they could see and laugh at? Whatever it is, wonder what your legacy is and also what you want to create. Because for me too, I would like to create an abundance and a nice cushion for my family to thrive on, both economically and just a wonderful picture of our existence together, our legacy. So when I remind myself of that too, I become kinder and softer too, because every time that I remember either my mother, my father, whatever. I remember like laughter or gentleness or something then when they really helped me and inspired me and made me feel good. For an example, my dad was very supportive. He loved sports and he was natural at it all. Oh my gosh, my brothers, they could do any sport. I mean, they had more trophies in their rooms. Wendell, oh my gosh. I remember the first time that I really paid attention to what was in his room, because he did triathlete stuff. He was a superior archer. He won all these tri-state awards and everything. Jeff, same in football. And just going in the rooms and seeing all these trophies and accolades. And my dad was majorly supportive of all this, and he loved sports. And I remember my first time that I was going to be jumping in a equestrian competition, and I was nervous because even though a lot of people my same age, they weren't the nicest people. Like, they were very, because a lot of people that own their own horses and stuff, they have a lot of money, they're entitled, they're not necessarily nice. And that's not a generalization, but this particular group, yeah, they weren't a very nice group. And I spent a lot of time alone or with the horses because they came in as gangs of friends, it was like, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh. First of all, I'm riding Harry, and Harry does not like to jump far and wide. He was like a lazier horse, and it was so funny. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to look crazy in this. And I remember my dad just sitting there and just seeing his face. I was like, you know what? Whatever will be, will be. Like, we've laughed. Like, the one thing I can't do, and if you ever saw me, you die laughing, was hurdles. I remember in class, for whatever reason, I could never gauge when to jump at the right time. So I'd always knock the hurdles over and or trip over them. And I remember just laughing, and that reminded me of, just laughing at yourself and not taking yourself so seriously. And by just having my dad there and feeling good, I actually did extraordinarily well. It was the first competition, and I won 2 blue ribbons out of 3. And I just thought, if my dad wasn't here, I wouldn't have felt that inspiration, that support, and that love. So we have to remember, are we creating that for our children, our family members, people around us, our neighbors, letting them know that we're always there to support, love, and care for them in their endeavors and make them feel good about who they are and what they're doing. And I just want to pull one more card for trust of love and friendship right now. So many of you guys have DM'd me that you're really waiting for your kindreds. You're really waiting for friends that support and love you authentically for who you are, your energy, not what you can do for them, not how you can push them forward or lift them up, simply for who you are, the absolute beauty of your natural self. And for a lot of you guys, you're now going to gain access to this. You're going to manifest this in your direction. It's your time to have this love and support, because you ever get that feeling like you just have a fantastic idea and you want to share, or you're inspired and you feel loving and you want to bring somebody else up, and it's like you really do an overhaul of your friendship like Rolodex, and you're like, how many people do that for me? Like, just call me up and tell me all this great news and want to lift and support me and invite me to places, and they're not asking anything from me, this and that. And a lot of people are really assessing that right now, and they're like, if things are entirely one-sided, we need to create some vacancies for people that come in that are really going to love and support us just for who we are. That it doesn't matter what you own, what you look like, what it is just who you are. And now is your time to invite these people in. Really have an envisionment process of you laughing with them, getting coffee, shopping, doing silly things, going for walks. I have friends like this that that I've known my entire life, like Jean, where we just start laughing about crazy stuff we did when we were younger. It doesn't matter what we look like or where we are in life or how much of anything that we have. We simply just know each other on that level. And I've met people over the last couple of years, kindreds, through my channel and through IG, that are the same way. They are just wonderful creatives, and they are always seeking and aspiring to be better, stronger people for this reason, as well, for the legacy they leave behind to their children, their relatives, people they know, the earth in general. And for that, they are deserving of this new love and friendship that's going to support and help them grow. So feel that in every fiber of your being, and let it lift you and kind of coerce you back into that high vibration of expectancy, of expecting love and good friends and openness. Ran into the craziest awesome woman the other day when I was shopping at like a Hobby Lobby type of store, and we just started talking about everything that was in each other's cart. She's like, what are you gonna make with all those? Wow, do you have a store? Those are some great beats. And she had all this crazy stuff in her car. Talking the whole time, told her about my channel. She was hilarious and we had the best time. And I looked over and she's like, can you tell that's my husband? He was waiting by the door looking at her like, oh my God, she's conversing and stalling and all of this. And she said that he had been waiting for 2 hours, and that was funny because that's how long I was just in the beads section of this particular store. But I feel like we have kindreds like that all over, those wild people that just want to converse and they get excited about their creative endeavors and they have a good time. I love people like that just spontaneously combust when they see another creative because they're so excited, right? And I feel like you're going to have those kind of beautiful moments where you're like, yeah, this is my person. And you're lifted by that and you realize there are others out there that just are fun and they love you who love you for who you are and not what you can do for them. And that's definitely what you're bringing. So love and light, you guys. That's your daily pop. I hope you have a great day.